Hey, welcome to our podcast. This is episode 1. It's far from perfect, but it's a start. In this session, we cover our dream guest list. So check it out. All right, we're live, boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is GSD Nation Podcast, episode 1. Programming Lions. Why don't we do a couple introductions? So I'm Matt, Dad.
My name is Max, and yeah.
I'm Will, son.
Okay. So now we've established the fact that we've got Dad and son, Will, and Max. All right, sounds great. So as we get into this, let me ask you guys a couple of questions. We just kicked off this podcast, this business, this channel, etc. Tell me what has got you the most excited?
I'm mainly really excited for like just being with you guys. It's gonna be really fun doing a podcast because I already have another YouTube channel which you guys should get to subscribe to. And it's gonna be
You're already plugging your other channel?
Here.
I mean, we got to get this going first. Come on, man.
We also got to get the other one going too. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Unbelievable. Comes here to plug his gaming channel.
Yep,
Got it. All right. Max, what about you, buddy?
I'm excited for the reacts.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
If I was to say, yeah, who watches more dumb stuff on YouTube? Max, I'd definitely put you in that camp.
Me.
Yeah. Max, you have a microphone, by the way.
Yep,
Max.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, son. All right. So we are just getting started. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to do our best. So these episodes are going to get incrementally better every time. I'm sure of that. What has got you nervous or scared maybe about GSD Nation?
I'm scared that people are going to come and raid our house.
Wow. That's intense. Max?
Very intense.
I'm scared that we're going to get taken off of YouTube and you're going to blame my YouTube channel, including Will's, which is it's Max E. Please go over there, subscribe, and thanks.
And Maniac Brainiac. Subscribe to that channel too.
Okay, guys. I appreciate you plugging your gaming YouTube channels.
Heck yeah.
Over, this one that I just quit my job and decided to do. Appreciate the support.
Okay.
What does GSD mean to you?
All right. So, GSD Nation. GSD means get S word done, baby. Woo!
Okay.
That's how we do it.
Okay. William?
I think it means just working and accomplishing things.
Okay. Well, we chose this name. We talked a bit about it. And GSD, we felt like just stands for a broad set of principles and topics around being productive, kind, generous, hardworking, habit-forming citizens, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm pumped about it too. Next question. This is a podcast, and we don't really have a guest. It's just like us today.
Yeah.
So we are getting things started. I think it's worth mentioning that we don't have a lot of content out there, but we're going to be putting more and more out there all the time. So we need people to subscribe, look for new content drops, etc. And we're going to be testing some things. So we'll be testing different types of content, different methods of delivery, short, longer form. And we're looking forward to people engaging with us and telling us what they like, what they prefer, what they'd like to see more of or less of, etc. Additionally, we're looking forward to people engaging in some dialogue and conversation with us. So that could be maybe some civil debate about any topics that we cover. And we ask that people be polite and engage, and let's get to the right answer. Okay.
Okay.
Anything to add on that, boys?
No, that was a lot
thought-
of words.
I thought maybe you were going to say, well, we're afraid of trolls coming in and into our comment section or something like that.
Oh, no, I'm not scared.
Well, there might be some weird people. You never know. Yeah,
Mhm,
never know.
It's a mystery.
Possible. It's possible, but I think we can handle it. Okay. This is a podcast. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and we'll go Will first. If you
Okay.
could interview your 3 dream podcaster like guests, who would they be and why?
That's kind of hard. One might be Abraham Lincoln.
Okay. He's dead.
Yeah, I know he's dead,
Okay.
but that would be sick if I was able to do that with him. An old.
That would be
president.
pretty sick.
Yeah, it'd be. Main question I'd probably ask would be like, what would you think of the modern world compared to the old world that they lived in?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a great question. I would love to know what he thinks about that.
yeah.
Okay, that's one. Let's go over to Max. So what's one of your guest speakers? Who would they be?
Can I say all 3?
Let's start
Yeah.
with one.
Alright, so first I'd probably say Elon Musk because well, you know, like everyone they always like a lot of people hate him.
Mm.
Like, you know, I want to. Well, I don't know my first question. I only got to think for 30 seconds, but I just think it would be a cool interview with Elon Musk.
Okay. What kind of things do you think you would ask him about?
I might ask him, "How did you make the Tesla?"
Mm.
Or how about SpaceX? You can ask them about
Yeah,
rockets.
SpaceX.
Yeah. Or Starlink.
What's that?
It's his satellite phone system. Yeah, I mean he's got and his tunneling system. He's got a bunch of cool companies and inventions.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's done a lot. Well, okay, very, very good. I like both these. This is a great start. So let's circle back to Will. Who would be another guest that you would love to interview?
I would maybe do one as Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson,
Yeah, I like the
Okay.
old people.
one of our founding fathers.
Yeah, I would ask him how did he think about wording and when he worded what he was thinking about when he did the Constitution
Mm,
or the Declaration of Independence.
yeah. So trying to understand his intent behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he'd also have an interesting reaction to how society is today?
Yeah, I feel like he might be surprised about like how different it is.
Yeah.
Now there's like giant buildings that are just towering above him, and back then all he would see would just be a saloon.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. He might also be interested in terms of how society is working these days and how, our social constructs and everything are. But all right. That's another great one, Will. Max, number 2. Who's your next guest?
Well, first of all, can I just like add one thing about Will? Maybe if it was Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah.
If it was him, maybe we'd see what Joe Biden has done, or like what rules he's broken from the Constitution.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Well, that might be up for some debate, but yes, I'm sure Mr. Jefferson would have some opinions about the way that Biden or Trump have acted in terms of their executive position. But okay, Max, let's go on to your next guest.
Donald Trump.
You'd have Donald Trump on?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first question: how would you wreck Joe Biden in the 2024 election?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on, William. What's your number 3 guess?
Can you give me a second to think about this and come back
Yes.
to Max?
Max, you already know your other choice. Who would your other choice be?
I forgot. Who was his name? He was the governor of Florida.
Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, I'd probably interview him.
Ron DeSantimonious.
Yeah, but I would probably interview him and seeing like what he thinks of Donald Trump and all those people.
Okay. Max, a lot of political figures in your list. And William, a lot of deceased
Political-
famous Americans.
I think I've thought of mine. It would
Okay.
probably be because also in my school I'm part of this house or just Da Vinci. Da Vinci would be really cool to ask about.
Okay.
Something.
Another dead guy.
Yeah, another dead guy. Exactly.
Okay. Anybody alive
like
that you'd want to talk to? Is there? So Da Vinci would be super interesting.
It would
Anybody
be-
alive that you want to talk to?
I'd like to see how fast Biden would fall asleep if we did one.
You guys want to know who I would interview?
Who?
Ew.
30 people.
Or one.
3 people. 3 people.
Mystery.
I think interviewing Donald Trump would be amazing. Just because he's such a polarizing figure and he's got such strong opinions. You could ask him just about anything and he'll give you an answer. I think he would be a super interesting guy to interview, and particularly in the context of all these indictments and everything going on. He's certainly an interesting figure. And on a selfish note, he'd probably bring a lot of views to our channel, which we really need right now. The second person I would be interested to talk to is another controversial figure, but Andrew Tate, I think, would be a very interesting person to talk to. I think he would be super interesting because he spouts a lot of truth, and he just doesn't hold back in terms of his opinions about things. Doesn't really care what people think, and I appreciate that. And I like to think that I'm kind of in a similar place in terms of not caring what people think and just wanting to talk the truth and not be held back by the threat of cancellation or other things. Not that we're going to do anything like crazy controversial, but I like generally what he has to say. 90% of it is pretty much spot on, accurate, and I would love to get his perspective on things. And selfishly, again, he would bring a lot of views to our channel, so that would be super cool. And I think it would be cool for you guys to ask him some questions as young, emerging men. What makes a good man? What makes a strong man? And that really fits right into his sort of persona. And maybe we'd strike up some cigars and have a good time too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we even smoke?
No,
We don't smoke.
smoke, Max.
What kids will smoke?
Oh well, maybe you won't smoke it. We'll get you one of those bubblegum ones instead. How about that?
What are bubblegum smokers?
What the?
Bubblegum cigars.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
A couple other people I think would be super interesting to interview. One is RFK.
Oh.
I think he's got a lot of great perspective and deep knowledge about some of the things that are going on and troubling the country. And I think he's got a big following, and he's being, in some ways, suppressed from being competitive in the upcoming race. So but he's a very sharp guy. I would love to talk to him. And the other person that I think would be very interesting to talk to is Vladimir Putin.
Oh wow.
That's controversial.
It is, but I would love to get his raw perspective on what has led to the situation they're in, how he's feeling about the situation, how they get out of it, where he sees macroeconomic conditions going over time, and how he sees Russia in the scheme of these sort of macroeconomic situations, how he sees their relationships with China, the U.S., BRICS countries, evolving and changing over time. I'd also be interested to see what he thinks about the United States. I suspect that there are parts that he respects and parts that he thinks are ridiculous, and I think it would be interesting to get an outside perspective. All right, that was an epic show. We covered a lot of ground. Bring us home.
Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.